I'm surprised. I'm surprised that we actually got one of the best episodes of the season. I'm not joshing right here. This is Mega Man NG, and I welcome you guys to another Flash episode review. I am still a bit bummed that my Flash reviews aren't doing so well. But does it really matter in my opinion? No. I just want to make sure I provide my thoughts. Hopefully. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the episode that came out yesterday. Enter Flashtime. Here's a deal. I'll provide a summary as well as some of the things that I did enjoy. There's not much because what else is there to say? This episode was very good. Let us begin. It begins as a situation that is nigh impossible to solve, with Barry telling Iris that he can't save everyone. 10 minutes earlier, Barry is undergoing training hoping to stop DeVoe, but he gets too stressed out over it. Team Flash gets word of the CCPD trying to repel some bad guys. When Barry and his team arrives, it's already too late. So Barry decides to slow down time in hopes of finding a way to stop it. Despite help from everyone he knows, nothing can be done. With time slowly being of the essence, can Barry find a way to save Central City before it's no more? That's pretty much the whole gist of it. That's the whole gist of the episode that happens within like a 10 or so minute time frame. But yet a 10-minute time frame can be done so much more. Like, how do I put this in the right words? It's done well in a 60-minute episode. I mean, I'm impressed. I really am impressed because this episode was amazing. One of the best episodes I've ever watched this season. It was an amazing episode with better writing, a lot of emotional moments, and a sense of relief when it's all over and done. There is no villain of the week, although surprisingly they're just a group of radicals who decides to do the unthinkable by using a device to completely destroy Central City. But that's pretty much unimportant. What happens ends up becoming the main plot, with Barry pretty much slowing down time so that way he can be able to disable the device and prevent destruction. So much so, in fact, that he decides to get some added help. Jesse Quick and Jay Garrick. Speaking of which, it's nice to see Jesse and Jay again. Especially Jay, because I miss this guy, because we haven't seen him since the Season 3 finale. But it's nice that he's back, even for just one episode. It was pretty awesome. And being the mentor that he is, he helps out the others in being able to find a way to stop the device. Though the biggest gist of it all is that Barry has like this uncanny ability to stop time. Think of it as like hyper time. Like everything just stops. Because Barry is a speedster, and speedsters have the ability to slow time all around them. It's actually pretty cool. And seeing him try to get help from everyone he knows is something. Like, for example, you have Wells, you have Cisco, you have Caitlin, who's in her Killer Frost persona. And I mean, it was like an emotional ride from start to finish. No matter what they did, nothing could work. Whether it be Cisco trying to use a breach to send the thing to a dead Earth, didn't work because he was stressed out activating breaches. Number 2, Caitlin trying to use her powers to freeze the device. It didn't work. It didn't work because, well, when you're in, like, flash time, as it were, everything slows down, but when you try, it speeds up everywhere else outside. Hence why they're so winded. And that's why speedsters can be able to handle such a thing. But then Jay and even Jesse, they try to figure it out, and nothing works. Jay and Jesse don't have much experience as speedsters, but Barry, having spent a lot of time in the Speed Force, figured out a way how. And surprisingly enough, his interaction with Iris ended up becoming the one thing that would help save the day. And boy, seeing all that happen was just an emotional thrill ride. It was like emotional all around. The main plot was really enjoyable. It actually felt serious. It felt good. And yeah, the humor wasn't really there, but you get the idea. It was pretty awesome. I really liked it. It was just intense. It was intense all around. There was also a subplot involving Jessie and her father Harry, Wells of Earth 2, and the subplot, by the time it was all done, was very sad. It was really, really sad. Really sad because it all involved Jessie's mother. And I felt personally that Wells took it the hardest when it happened. He took it the hardest because he couldn't even find the right words to express it. I mean, you remember that little device that he used to help Cecile? Well, I wish personally that Harry-Cecile subplot could keep going. It actually became of more help here since, well, once he put it on Jessie, he then put something in his ear, and that's when the emotions start to kick in. The feels for that scene are just really strong. really strong because let's be honest, I mean, by the time it was all over, Jesse was already in tears. And so was I. So was I. Really well done. And I will commend the writers for actually putting a lot of emotion and depth into this. It was well done. The main plot, like I mentioned, was enjoyable. The subplot was very good, and it really, like I said, was an emotional one. But overall, I couldn't find anything wrong with it. It was a very satisfying episode, and I wish there was more episodes like this. Because, yeah, the season so far has bogged down compared to last season when it started off great with Flashpoint, then everything sort of fell apart. However, here, it's like a roller coaster. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but what we got here was very good. I'm surprised Ralph Dibny didn't make an appearance, nor DeVoe. I really am surprised, but I felt, to be honest, sometimes you need to have something different in order to, make something out of it. Make it good, I mean. Which is why I'm giving Enter Flashtime a 9 out of 10. It was like a thrill ride from start to finish. It was an intense one, but it really shows that Barry is determined to pretty much save his home and save his friends. Similar to Superman, in my opinion, or Batman. But with the Flash, he has his super speed, hence why the ability of Enter Flashtime is in. I'm reminded of Clock Stoppers with a watch which pretty much gives you access to hyper time, which slows down time all around you. It's done really well here since speedsters can be able to, slow down time. And seeing how Barry getting stressed out and emotional trying to figure out what to do was just heartbreaking. And by the time it was all over, thank God it was. Because, let's face it, Barry is a man who can make the impossible possible. And that's the case here. It was a really good episode, one of the best of the entire season, and I wish we got more of them like this, because it could hopefully redeem this season. Otherwise, I don't really know. But bottom line, Enter Flashtime gets a 9, a really enjoyable episode, one of the best as I mentioned. Both the main and the subplot are good, and everyone did a well job, the actors especially. Plus, it was nice to see Jesse and Jay again. Though the fact that Jay is pretty much going to be having a successor may mean we may get to see another Flash in the foreseeable future. Given that Wally West is now in Legends of Tomorrow, I hope it can be done. I really hope so. So yeah, that's going to be it. Next week is going to be when I'm looking forward to this. Barry and Iris switch their DNA, meaning that Iris gets to be the Flash. And it's going to be good. So look forward to my review of that. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. And I will see you guys next time for more of my Flash episode reviews. Show some love, because it's not like I don't get much anyway. This is Mega Man NG signing off. Peace out. See you next week.